this is Mary with Resin Me Up. I decided to come on today and show you who's behind the camera. And I wanted to take a moment to tell you a little bit about myself, because I feel like sometimes we get lost behind the camera, and so you're watching all these videos and what we're making, and you're probably wondering, I wonder what she looks like, or I wonder what he looks like, or, you know, that sort of thing. So I thought I'd come on and introduce myself. My name is Mary, and I've been doing resin for quite a few years, and I've got into this because in 2016 I got into a car accident and suffered a traumatic brain injury, which in turn caused me to lose my job of 12 years that I was a medical coder and had a photographic memory, and that was hugely traumatic for me. And so in my videos, when you're watching me and you hear me pause, or if you hear me like right now, I'm trying to search for words, it's because of that traumatic brain injury. And so that is what got me started in this, because my doctor told me I needed to find a hobby to keep my brain working. And so before the accident, I used to dabble in jewelry, and I used to make rosaries, and I loved doing all of that. But then I got on YouTube one day and I seen people making things out of resin, and I thought, ooh, that would be fun. And so I went out first, I researched, and I found sorry, I got interrupted by the husband. Now I forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, so I went out and did some research on resin and watched a ton of YouTube videos. Of course, I came upon Julie and Daniel and Wendy and everybody, and watched a ton of their videos. And then I went out and did some research on what the top resin was, came up with Let's Resin, and ordered some, got some molds, got started, and I've been in love with it ever since. So just wanted to come on and show you who's behind the camera and tell you a little bit about myself, and tell you that, you know, my next project, I'm pushing myself always, pushing to try to make something that someone else hasn't already made. And before I make something, I always go out on YouTube, I search it to see if anyone else has tried to make what my thought process is. So my next project is going to be something different, and it's not going to be anything like what you think it is. And let me show you. Let's Resin came out with a couple of new molds, and they are birthday cake molds. Well, of course, birthday cake molds, you can't just make a birthday cake mold, right? Right. So I am going to try and make a snow globe for Christmas out of a birthday cake mold. I got the round birthday cake mold, and what I've done is I've went in and I've dusted the piping around the cake with the Let's Resin Blue Intense Chameleon Powder. And then on this one, on the lid, I've done every other space. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this mold up to here with pearl white, pearl sparkle white, sorry. And I'm going to, because I want all of this to be solid, a solid color. And then when I do the lid, I'm going to do it pearl white up to the edge of this. And then when that cures, then I'm going to pour clear so that this stays clear, and then this the same, clear, so that it stays clear as well, because that's the part that we want to be able to see through. And then I'm going to put my little nicky-nacky things in there, and then when we're all done, I'm going to glue the lid on it, and then you should be able to see through the mold and it be like a snow globe. I'm going to fill it with water and you should be able to see through it. Can this be done? I don't know, but we're sure going to try. So everyone keep your fingers crossed, and we're going to try to make this happen. So without further ado, let's turn this camera around and let's get started, okay? All right. Okay, guys, I got my resin mixed up. Look at my knife. I was, at the last second, I needed to cut a little piece of silicone to stick. Hold on, let me close my door just a second. I had to run and get a knife. I keep scraps of silicone, so if I need to cut like a little insert or something, which I wanted to do on this because I want to be able to put a light in there. So turn this around here, bend this. Small window of space here for this. If I bend it back, then I gotta think got it. Just need to cover this. All right. Okay, got that. Now, let's see how good I can pour this in here. Without getting it up over the lip. All right, now I'm going to set it down and let it settle. Run to where it needs to run. Need a little bit more over here. This is harder than you think. Try to keep this so that it doesn't go over that edge. I almost think I needed to use like a pipette or something, just so that I can get it back in there. Let me move this over here. Now I need to put a little more in here. Now that this is settled, just going to tap on this on the sides just to make sure we don't have any bubbles. Okay. I think, just looking, I think we got it all the way full to where it needs to be, everywhere, all the way around. Okay. All right, guys, that's going to do it for that. Then when it cures, we'll come back and we'll pour the clear, and then we'll go from there. Okay. See you in a little while. Hi everyone, welcome back. I demolded the molds because I wanted to get some prep work done so I wouldn't have to do it on camera. This is what the lid looks like. Look how clear that is. Perfectly clear. Now, because we're going to make this a snow globe, sorry I had some extra resin left over yesterday, so I went ahead and, because remember I stuck a plug in there yesterday. Well, turns out that it worked out pretty good as like a piece of ice because what I used was, I have all these little figurines. Like I have penguins, I have polar bears, I have snowmen. But last year I used snowmen. This year I think I'm going to go with the penguins and the polar bears, just because, you know, penguins are so cute. So I went ahead and prepped the inside of it. I'm going to show you what I did. So if you see, I put a little penguin with a snowflake, and then on the very back I glued a series of snowflakes on the very back because it's clear too. And then this is where the little clear hole is, so that the light can come up through it, because, you know, we did this white and then this blue. So but as it turns out, it looks like the little penguins on a little piece of ice. Isn't that perfect? So that wasn't planned, but it sure did turn out cute. So then when you stick the light on there, it lights it up. Isn't that cute? So basically, what we're going to do now is we're going to decide what we're going to throw inside here. And I've got so many things to choose from. I've got some of this. It's an iridescent glitter flake. Those are hearts. We probably don't want those. We've got some stars. Don't know if we want those. We've got some iridescent white. There's different shapes. There's like circles, little hearts, music notes, drops, squares, moons, butterflies. I just got everything out that, and these are also hearts, but they have a heart out of the center. Probably won't use that. And then these are my Christmas, which consists of trees, snowflakes, just mostly trees and snowflakes. So we'll probably use some of the little snowflakes. And then this looks like some little different shaped snowflakes there. There's stars, some other little tiny snowflakes, Mickey Mouse heads. So we might use some of that. Here's some more Christmas. Now this gets into more of the Santas. These are, let me grab a pair of tweezers here. These have like purple snowflakes, some iridescent. We'll use, I think we could use probably some of those. And then I think these are green. I don't really have anything that's really blue. This has a bunch of iridescent, just sequiny looking things in there. And then I have these. So we can use some of the blue, maybe in the white balls in there. And then, of course, I have some more of those snowflakes, but I didn't want to put anything too big in there because it'll bang around in there and when you shake it up. So I think what we'll do is we'll just dip in here and grab some of these little white things because they're kind of iridescent-y. Now we have a big thing to fill up here, so I'm not going to be too shy with what I put in here. Might put a little of these. They're just little tiny little things. Don't don't know that I'm going to be able to grab onto those. They're so small. Just put a couple of those in there. Let's see. These are kind of a different color of these. So I'll put some of those in there. I don't know if I should put some of those or not. Not really too keen on that purple. It just doesn't really go. What do we have over here? I think I'll put some of those. Let me grab a little spoon here and see if I can scoop out some of these. Those are kind of cool, yeah. I don't want any Santa. We don't want you in there, Santa. This is penguin time. And then don't really have any need for green or red with this. I think I am going to put some of these white ones just because they float really nice. Oops. And then some of these blue ones. And then some of these blue ones. Those blue ones there will make a nice pop. I'll put another one of those in there. And I think those are all the colors we need in there of that. And then let's grab some of these white snowflakes in here. Don't want any red. Oops, got some red in there anyway, didn't I? Okay, and then maybe just a pinch of this, depending on how big it is. Here, let me see how big it is. If it's really big, then, oof, that's really big. Let me see something else here. I've got some of this. I think that would work. I think it's a little smaller, maybe just a pinch. I don't know how it will float because it's not fine, but it's also not heavy either. Should I put some stars in there? Got some blue stars. Or silver. Can do some silver stars. Just a few. All right. I think that's pretty good, don't you? I wanted to put some of this in there, but it's so big. Maybe I can just cut some of it up. Oh, you know what? I have a coffee grinder. Let me get my coffee grinder and I'll grind some of that up. See if it works. Let's see. I used gold flake in here last time, so let me wipe it out. Okay. We don't need to go too crazy with it, just maybe a couple spins. Just to see how it cuts it up. You know me, I always got all kinds of tricks. I try to figure out things I can do without having to go to buy something. I think this is like just like a film or something. Okay, let me try this. Let me find a plug in here. Let's see what happens. If I can remember how it works. Oh, I didn't have the lid on. Okay. That gave us some really fine pieces. I'm going to run it one more time. Let me put you on pause because this thing's really loud. I'll be right back. Okay. Got a little bit in there, not much. I don't want to put too much in there. Originally, on the back, I was going to put this. But I realized I would have to put the sticker inside, and I didn't know if the water would eventually lift it, so I didn't do that, and then that's when I came up with this idea. So, okay. I think that does it for what we're going to put inside. Now I got glitter everywhere. Okay, I am going to put you on pause, and I am going to mix up some water and glycerin, and then we'll get that poured in there. So I will be right back. Okay, guys, I got her full. Almost filled it too full, but I think I got it just right. All right, I am going to use this UV resin kit for bonding. And I think instead of putting it on there, I am going to put it on the lid. And I'm just going to put a bead around it, and then I'm going to spread it. And this is a new product from Let's Resin. And it's meant just for bonding. It's like a glue. Make sure I get it coated everywhere. Up against there, clear out to the edge, because we don't want it to leak. Then hold it up to your light to see if you have it spread all the way around that edge, because you want it to have a tight seal. And if not, just go ahead and add some more, because it's not going to hurt it. Put a little more on this side. Okay, think I got it. All right, now we're just going to take this, we're going to flip it over, set it on there, just like that. And I might twist it just to make sure we have a seal and no bubbles. And just wipe around the edge for any excess. Perfect. Give it a little press, and we're golden. And my edge is clear, so we shouldn't have any issues with bonding that. Hold on, the hubby's coming. Sorry about that, guys. Husband just got home from work. All right, I ran that around, and now I am going to let the UV lamp do its work. And whoops, I hit it. And while it's doing that, I am going to put some stuff away, so I will come back to you when this is done and we'll take a look at it. Okay? Be right back. Okay, guys. It is all sealed. And I'm going to bring you down here so that you can see it, because bring it a little closer here. Oh, I'm just going to take you off. Okay. I had to put some popsicle sticks under there because it's not sitting level on that thing. But isn't that just adorable? Adorable. Let me shake it for you here. Put something white behind it. Hold on a second so you can see. Hold on, let me get something white. There. I think in hindsight, if I were to do this again, I don't think I'd make the back clear, just because it's harder to see. Let me get rid of some of these lights. Maybe that'll help. There, that's better. Let me shake it one more time. Alexa, turn off craft room.
Okay.
Oof, that red's really bright. Blue looks good though. Alexa, turn on craft room.
Okay.
So it's really cute. I mean, it can't be any cuter. It turned out really nice. Sealed really nice. Got the hole. It's just the cutest birthday cake I've ever seen. What do you guys think? I like it. All right, guys. That concludes my first Christmas project. I'll get some pictures of it and get it on the end of the video for you. Thanks, guys, for watching. If you like it, hit that subscribe button and, of course, hit that like button. I'd love to hear from you. Okay? So cute, Mr. Penguin. All right, guys. On to the next one. Thanks. Have a good evening. Bye.